guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Raphie Shin here. I asked you guys on my Instagram story if you guys had any questions. I hope this video is short-ish. But yeah, let's just get right into it. So the first one that I see, it says, Hi, are you studying in college? So I am a biology major with a concentration of ecology, evolution, and conservation. I know. Thing is that I always loved biology in middle school. That's when I first started to really love biology, when we were learning about the cells and mitochondria and ribosomes and all that stuff. I loved it. I went to college. I went in and declared myself as a biology major. And originally I'd gone in with a concentration of functional biology of animals. And I wanted to be a dermatologist and plastic surgeon. But then I soon later realized, probably sophomore year, it wasn't going to work out just because I was so bad at chemistry. Gen Ed, chemistry 1 and 2, I was really bad at it. You need straight A's to get into med school. So, and I wasn't a straight A student. I was just an average Jane, getting, you know, standard grades like B's, maybe A's, sometimes a C every now and then. So I realized it wasn't for me, and then I switched my concentration and I switched it over to more animals and marine related. Right. The next question. I'd love to hear more about the shark stuff. How did you know that's what you wanted to do and how you got started? So when I was a sophomore in college, I had my heart and head set out to be a dermatologist or a plastic surgeon. My plan hadn't gone through. I had gotten to a point in my life where I got really sad, really depressed. I didn't know what to do anymore. I didn't know, you know, this is what I wanted to do for a while. This is what I had in mind, and now that my dreams are getting crushed because of my grades, it was just something, you know, that I was struggling with internally, where, you know, I was thinking I was not good enough for med school. I wasn't smart enough. I wasn't the best enough. And I was kind of tired of not being the best at something. During my sophomore year, when I was really down, I didn't know what to do, honestly. I actually stopped school. One reason is for health reasons. I stopped school, and the second reason that ultimately made me do a medical leave was to figure out what I wanted to do before spending any more money, any more time, you know, to the university. So in the summer of 2018, in September, I was actually down at the beach with my best friend, and we had gotten an opportunity through a summer internship to go shark tagging. And I was like, let's go for it, let's do it. We're never gonna get this opportunity again, especially on the East Coast where I live. I live in Maryland, so it's, you know, there's not a whole lot of shark marine bio thing going on. It's mostly just, you know, Chesapeake Bay, like ecosystem, watershed kind of topics, and that's not really what I'm interested in. I'd gotten to go on this excursion with Mark Sampson, legend, and we got to tag along and participate in shark tagging. After seeing these quote-unquote aggressive animals, these apex predators, in real life, in real time, literally I could touch them, I just fell in love. I just fell in love with the fact that I'm on a boat, that I'm handling these apex predators and collecting data for, you know, the University of Miami or a nonprofit organization. I just fell in love, honestly. I don't know what it was. It was just instant when we had gotten on the boat and caught our first shark and tagged our first shark, blood sampled, fin sampled them. So that's where it all started. Now I know what to do. Now I know what I want to do. So that's when I headed back to school and changed my concentration. I didn't want to change my whole major just because that would set me back a lot, and I still really liked the sciences. So just changed my concentration to something more relevant to shark conservation. When I learned to scuba, which was also, I actually learned to scuba in 2018 as well, but in May. So about 4 months before I learned to scuba. And the first time diving and getting down, you know, to the water, seeing the drop off, seeing all the animals, the biodiversity, the richness in the ocean, I was like, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. And then I found my focus on sharks when I had gone to tag the sharks with Mark Sampson. So that's how it all started. And then that became freediving, and then swimming with whale sharks and all of that. It just kind of like snowball effect basically. And I just fell in love ever since. Funny because I actually couldn't swim at the time.
What?
So I learned how to swim. I wasn't afraid of water, I was afraid of drowning. So, and I didn't know how to swim, so that was a big factor. But then once I learned to scuba, I was like, I need to learn how to swim. So once I got that, it was just like automatic to go boom scuba, boom freediving, boom sharks. It just made sense to me in my head. So yeah, that's how it all got started. The next question I got was, what training do you feel is required for freediving? I originally started off scuba diving, and then later on, probably within the next year, I found freediving. So here's the thing. So when you see freedivers on Instagram or wherever, you see them being very thin, very fit, which is optimal when you're freediving because they want to know how your body handles the pressure. So really, you don't need any training for freediving. I had zero background in freediving. I just started off with scuba, and then I started to learn freediving, and I learned freediving with Aman K, and I will actually link their stuff down below. The thing is that you don't actually need any training. Really, anyone can start freediving. This past March, I was actually freediving with this man that I forget his name, but he had a pacemaker in his heart, and he was kind of, you know, average build. He had a little bit of a belly. He was probably in his 50s, and he was doing his level 2 training, and he had a breath hold of like 3 minutes or 2 minutes, or I think it was 3 minutes, maybe 2 minutes, I don't remember exactly. But he, you know, he wasn't the most fit, he wasn't the most healthy because he had a pacemaker in and such, but he was freediving. He was good at freediving. So you don't need any training at all when you start freediving. It's best if you just start from like square one, just because you get to really build your foundation and, you know, strengthen the foundation, and then you just kind of work your way up. So in essence, you don't need any kind of training at all. However, if you want to start freediving, I would probably recommend you being, you know, obviously within normal limits of being healthy. So not too obese, not too skinny. Freediving is very mental, is very physical as it is mentally challenging. Personally, I have a little bit of background of yoga. The breathing technique really helps when you're freediving, when you're learning to freedive, just because it helps you relax, you know, your mind, your body, and then you're controlling your heartbeat, you're lowering it down. So that's something that you learn to do. If you have good cardiovascular strength, it's a bonus, it's a plus, because, you know, when your heart and your lungs are strong, your breath hold increases tremendously. Personally, when it's not during quarantine time, I do go to the gym, I lift weights. I actually don't really do any cardio. My cardio is basically yoga. And then I lift weights, and that's about it. That's what I personally do. Okay, next question. The next question that I got the most is, what is your depth mark? How far down have you gone while diving? So with scuba, I've gone down about 100 feet, maximum depth. And then for freediving, it was around 20 meters. 20 meters is about 65 feet. And hopefully I will increase my depth soon. When is your next freediving? When is your next diving trip? My next diving trip is actually tomorrow. I'm leaving to go to Mexico for freediving training, and then I might go to the Bahamas. I'm not quite sure yet, just because just because coronavirus and there's stricter regulations and entry. Yeah, so I'm going tomorrow for about a week, and then hopefully I'll be in the Bahamas the following week, but we shall see. Oh, okay. What is your favorite shark? So my favorite shark is the tiger shark, and then following the tiger shark, I think it's gonna have to be the whale shark, just because I've swam with them. So like, holla! I love whale sharks. I love tiger sharks, and then plus tiger sharks, when they're born spotted, and then as they grow, the spots elongate and become the stripes, which gives them their name, tiger sharks. And I love their tooth shape. But yeah, tiger sharks are my number one. What is the best wetsuit you have used? I have XL wetsuits, Wahina wetsuits, and then I have Cressy wetsuits. And they're all very, very different. Because one of them, my Cressy wetsuit is for scuba, and then all of the rest are for freediving. And there's a difference between open cell and closed cell. It's a whole thing. For freediving, personally, I like my Wahina wetsuit just because it has a hood. It keeps me warm, which is its main purpose. So I love it, and I love the print. The decals on it are so gorgeous, so pretty. So this is actually my Wahina freediving wetsuit that I absolutely adore. And it's in this kind of grayish gold type of detailing. It's so pretty. You almost kind of feel like Superman or some sort of superhero with this golden thing. But yeah, and this has a hood, and it goes like this, and it's open cell like that. And then the pants are, you put these pants on first. Look how gorgeous. So you put the pants on first, and you put on the top part. But this is a struggle to get on. You have to be wet, and even with water it's not enough. Sometimes you need soap or some sort of lube to get you into here. It's such a pain, but it's so worth it, and it keeps you warm, and that's all that matters, honestly. Another thing that I love about this wetsuit is that it comes with an SOS whistle. So I'm actually not going to take it off because it's so hard to get back in. You never know what's going to happen, in the ocean, just because it's so unpredictable. And it's just nice that they included this whistle in here, which I really love. I don't know any other wetsuit companies that do that, so this is the only one that I know of currently. So that's what I really love about this. And look how cute the back is. Also, you can get these customized to your liking. But then my other wetsuit is a tiger shark print and a whale shark print. So I do love those. And there's no hood on that one, and it's easier to put on just because there's no hood. This one does not have a hood, but I still use this for freediving. This is obviously in the whale shark print, and there is a zipper on the back. Ooh. Zipper on the back, so it's super easy to put on. No hood, amazing. And then these are the pants. So obviously put the pants on first. The knee pads and everything. The Cressy one I have is just a simple it's just one piece. You just put it on you put it in your feet, and then put it up your body, and then zip it up, and you're good to go. And so I like all of my wetsuits. So those three that I mentioned are definitely my favorites. All right, you guys, that is it for the Q&A. Thank you so much for those who have submitted questions. I really, really, really appreciate you and really appreciate it. This was really fun, kind of nerve-wracking, but I got it done. And now you know a little bit more about me, which I like, and I hope you like. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.